We're doing something with Louie C.K. and Albert Brooks. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to announce in that area, but I know we originally did that for FX, and now
can you tell us the entire plot?
I can actually, because it's not about much. They're cops. It's just like, I think it's comes from Louie's idea of like, oh, who has the worst job in the world right now, and just kind of personalizes and dimensionalizes these cops. It's sort of like Car 54. Where are you? Not that anybody listening is like, oh, they're instant clarity. But they may be familiar with the concept of that show, which is just like a workplace comedy with two cops that are just like regular guys.
And F is for Family Guy.
Well, you're in that scene in Louie's show, like you have the whole monologue when you're talking about are you talking about a dildo that you have, or?
Yeah. I think so. That was I do remember that. That was one of the poker scenes or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Talk about something in my ass. Yeah.
I thought maybe that came from real life, that you were just.
I don't remember where that came. I mean, I think that was written specifically for me, but I don't remember what inspired it. If it was something I said on the air.
The last 9 hours of comedy specials you've done.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
I was about to say your entire career, maybe.
Yeah. Why would someone think I like things in my asshole? Unless they've heard me talk for more than 30
Jim,
seconds.
we want you to stretch out on this one.
Yeah, it was probably that.
That's my favorite part of the Louie show, though, is the poker games. Those conversations.
The things he would take for, like the Rick Chrome speech about the word faggot and how it came
that was
to
amazing.
be.
Yeah.
That came from a conversation. I remember the moment we were at the Comedy Cellar table, and it was literally just talking about something, and Rick was just having a chat, and Louie wrote that into a script.
That guy, that's out of all the fucking ads they put out, that was the one that hit home, and I was like, I should probably stop saying that, because I had that stupid, like, it doesn't mean that, it means this to me.
Right.
And then once I heard, Rick Chrome, how can you argue with Rick Chrome?
Yeah.
You're just like, all right, Rick. God damn it, you're right. I still say it when I get mad in the car, though.
Sure.
You do?
When somebody, every once in a while. But then I always think of the Rick Chrome thing, and I'm like, I shouldn't have said that,
Yeah.
It happens.
Louie changed the world. One person at a time.
That's right.
I used to say.
I thought you were going to start singing a song right there. That would have been perfect.
You think so?
That the Louie Changed the World song.
I had this really bad habit from just growing up in the 70s in the Midwest. Like when I was in the edit bay working on Community as late as 2010, I would say, oh, take that back. Let's see this. That's gay. Get rid of that. Like I was still doing that. I kind of had to there was a sea change during these last 5 years. Like I had to and then I found out what it was is I shouldn't be saying that anyway, but I found out the editor was gay, and realized I had been nonstop using that word just to mean like
Lame.
dumb,
Lame,
stupid, retarded,
Stinks,
and then I apologized to him, and then the way he accepted the apology broke my heart, because it was like he was like, yeah, that word just reminds me of a lot of stuff, and it was like, oh god, that really
the thing
woke
about
me up.
gay though, it's like it used to mean happy, and I was really happy, right?
Sure.
And you never heard them complain when it got hijacked, like the really happy people didn't like protesting. People like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That word used to mean we're really enjoying our day. Well, you guys turned around and took it.
Well, it's almost like the Rainbow Coalition.
Yeah.
So, 'cause that was originally Jesse Jackson's group.
Yes.
And then the Rainbow Flag, and then Jesse just kind of backed, like, all right, you can have it.
Yeah, that's not us anymore.
It's all yours, guys.
That's not us.
It's like when the hyenas, too many move in on the lion, and the lion's like, all right, fuck it, it's yours.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
zebra.
yeah.
It's your
Enjoy the
zebra.
meal.
Yeah. My
So you
pleasure.
apologize. He accepted your apology?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
I
it's
mean,
embarrassing because all those times you said it in front of me.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
what.
but just know that he's done the same thing. That's the thing. Well, it's like he's done something. He said some things and blah, blah, blah.
Sure,
At least
that's why,
what I
yeah.
say about everybody. Make me feel better about my own shortcomings. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm
Yeah.
sure this person's done something mean to a cat or something.
Right. Do you keep up with the people that were on Community? Because I was thinking this morning when I was driving in, it's amazing how many people have been successful coming off that show. Joel
my
McHale
God, yes.
it launched.
Jillian.
Yeah, Gillian Jacobs. Donald Glover has now got his own show on FX, which is really good. Have you seen Atlanta, Jim?
I have not.
It's really good. Do you keep
Oh,
up?
dude, that show's unbelievable.
It's great, isn't it?
The way it's shot, it's like
Yeah.
a fucking amazing movie each week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hung out with Donald a couple times, like kind of randomly. He came by my office in Burbank, and we bullshitted a little bit. I'll run into people. I'm not a big. I have like 3 friends that I text, and everybody else is just sort of. They're in my phone. Well, like maybe if something weird comes up, like you see something that reminds you of something, and you text him a picture or something. But
Yeah.
that's about it.
Was Donald always like the guy who? Because hey, I've never seen anybody do as much stuff as he does. You know what I mean? Like he's got his full-fledged music career.
Yeah.
Then he's got he does stand up. Atlanta is his. He wrote it, directed it, did the whole deal.
Yeah, people don't understand why would he leave, and it's like, look at his trajectory.
Yeah.
Like he was a writer on 30 Rock as a child, and like that guy doesn't know yet if there's something he can't do. You know, like, he should just keep trying everything until he finds out there's something
When was
he
the last
can't
time
do.
a guy like that came around? The level of stuff that he's done. A guy like that comes around, what, 30, 35 years,
Yeah, I think
maybe?
it's a once-in-a-generation thing, you know. And
He's that guy.
He's a brilliant. He's actually a guy who like I mean, he's so much funnier. Like he was an actor and he was funnier than the stuff that the writers could come up with for him. We started just saying, oh, and then Donald will say something funny here to close a scene, not just a goofy improv we might use later.
You wouldn't even
we
have
don't
to
know how to
write.
blow the scene. We don't know how to blow the cold open. Well, maybe Donald will say something, and sure he would. And so it's like when you're that funny, it's like. But the weird thing is that also he has like this unique like perspective. Like he grew up a Jehovah's Witness, and but now he's like he's competing and running with these, like, you know, in this hip hop world where it's like being as hilarious as he isn't. It's almost like he probably has to like choke up on that bat now.
Yeah, you can't really use that. I mean, you can put it in lyrics maybe, but you can't be like a funny, jovial guy. If
Well,
you
a
want
lot
to
of comedy,
compete.
especially his comedy, it comes from a very kind of acquiescent, like, or childish. Like,
Yeah.
it's like it's about vulnerability.
I thought Eminem and Biggie were hilarious.
You did.
I mean, Eminem's still alive, but I had to say were because Biggie. I thought they were funny.
Yeah.
Like they definitely had a lot of humor in this
Yeah,
stuff. So I still
Eminem
think
for
you
sure.
do that.
Yeah.
That's as deep as I go.
Eminem and Biggie.
It's like whatever made it onto MTV.
But they also still had to kind of come across as like tough guys.
Yeah, Eminem's
you know what I mean?
thing
They
was
couldn't
like,
be
oh, I'm
the-
a crazy white psycho guy from a trailer park. Like that, it was funny in the sense. It was like Joe Pesci's funny, in that you shouldn't say so.
Right, but I'll still fucking kill you for real.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but he would pick certain targets. Eminem, he was smart. He didn't pick certain targets that were real hard.
Oh yeah, he'd pick all like the pop stars.
Yeah, fucking
and the,
Britney
yeah.
Spears. Well, easy killer.
I don't know. He had some stuff, references to Columbine and shit like that.
No. I mean, as far as other people, he would make fun of, like the rappers. He would go after. He wouldn't go after any real hardcore guys. He would make fun of like Britney or Moby or he would reference tragedy, but not guys that were fucking a problem.
I think he did start kind of attacking Ja Rule a little bit, but Ja Rule, you know,
Yeah,
that was it.
yeah.
I just realized the Cubs won the World Series, and we've been on.
Oh my God, we didn't mention that at all.
Nobody's even mentioned it.
We didn't even talk. We were with Ellis the first hour, so we haven't mentioned it the entire show.
I totally forgot.